I am finally at the end of this intense marathon. I am not going to be doing any more freaking 8 movie reviews in 1 week for property that's going to be released. If there's something like 3, 4, then I'll do it. Yes. But if I'm going to watch, say, for example, all the Friday the 13th movies, I'm going at my own pace. And me watching The Nun II solidifies this fact right here. Evil Returns. The sequel to the worldwide smash hit The Nun follows Sister Irene as she once again comes face to face with a sinister force, Valak, the demon nun. This one, I enjoy. It's okay. I don't know. I'm just getting so tired of these. Not tired, but just fatigued from watching all of it. All right, I liked it. An hour and 49 minutes. I'm sorry, an hour and 10. It is definitely amongst some of the like. That's about the average time for this. So it feels like this movie was trying to. I don't know. It felt very formulaic and by the numbers. They meant like it's like, oh, let's mention who's this patron saint, Saint Lucy, who lost her eyes. Let's have this daughter who's says that her mother says, "I'll always be with you." You can kind of tell where the conventions and cliches are going with this one. There's this boarding school where prior to being a boarding school where a bunch of monks got drunk on wine. The wine comes in for the final part. There's this treasure has to deal with the family lineage. It's got everything going on. It's it's there. You can put 2 and 2 together. It's like this is a paint by numbers installment in the franchise, and you can tell it shows. I don't know. It's like we've got all these scenes of these. Alright, let's be fair. Credit to the child actors. When they're dealing with such intense stuff, you have to direct them and make sure they understand what the concept and everything going on, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, that's fine. And, Teresa, what's her name? The younger sister of Vera does a good job. A good job in playing the nun where you could tell she's getting wants a little bit more quiet life and getting tired of this darn nun. And I'm sorry, I'm getting tired of this demon. But she's like, all right, it's like, all right, come on, new recruit, you're gonna help me out. And they actually do have kind of like an interesting. It's like an action movie finale. Yeah, it's like we got the demon who's getting everyone and trying to bill every single one of them, but ultimately, in the end, it doesn't work out. So it's like, whatever. Yeah, Tassia Farmiga, I think her name is. It's like this movie. It just coasts. It just coasts along rather slowly. I mean, yeah, we have this French person named Maurice who gets possessed by the demon. We don't see any. What would have been interesting to see is like, yeah, he gets possessed. He does a little jump scare, and then he returns. I'm like, what? And then he just returns to normal. It's like, okay, and I know it's supposed to be scary to. I know it's supposed to be scary to all the boarding school students, but it's like, that's it. It's nothing that really stands out. It's like you could at least try and have him somewhat fight the demon, have some holy water on him, something. But what do we get? Honestly, it doesn't really feel like much. It just felt like hollow, where they could have um, expanded on it from there. But nope, we just get something that felt like it could have been developed more, but not. I don't know. Eh. However, it's like, yeah, because like we get all the stuff that's going on. We get You know, we get some of the girls tease the shy girl, and we get like it's just like the board, like the headmistress of this boarding school, who's tough but fair at the same time. And you know, it's like I like the atmosphere in here. This was definitely taking place, like it was taking place in what felt like a boarding school. There was something very foreboding about it. What with the lighting and the shadows and everything else. Yes, yes, it felt the atmosphere was very gosh darn good. I like it, especially when there's this abandoned part of the church. It was just so the chapel that's been closed for years and years, and you're just wondering what is going on here. The jump scares were pretty interesting. When this headmistress is dealing with her, when Valak is dealing with the headmistress, scares her, brings down this giant wench or whatever, and just pulls it. It was like it was done, and it was kind of bloody, which I liked. I'm like, yes, the jump scares in here are pretty good. It combines well with the atmosphere to really just make this feel, yeah, rather intense, but in a good way. I mean, this is rated R, violent content, and some terror. So it's like, okay, I like this. I like to see what's happening. The music is used. There's this one Glenn Miller theme that kind of portrays it like everything is calm. There's this other song called Romance by I forgot who that is used for when Maurice is walking with at the end with with the mother and child, which is I use because the demon is not, maybe Volok is still around, because with the sequel coming I think this Friday or something, it's like, yeah, that was a setup for it. So that was interesting. I liked the music, licensed stuff. It wasn't just like used to augment an atmosphere, but to give it more of a sinister edge about what is to come. That I like music being used both ways, but in my opinion, that one fits thematically. So that's pretty cool. You know, it's like when they're in the church in the beginning was pretty intense, but yeah, it's like it was like the second most intense opening in my opinion. But yeah, just yeah, I mean, yeah, James Wan was the producer, and you'll notice all the little cuts right here. It's because like I'm tired and I'm yawning, but I'm still awake enough. So it's like, you know, executive producer Richard Brenner, blah 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 blah. The Nun II. Where is, yeah? Tasia Farmiga does a pretty dang good job as playing the nun. Yeah, there's a whoever the child actress was for the girl was pretty dang good. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you know, portraying like the screaming and being heroic. Yeah, it's kind of what we've seen throughout, but it's still entertaining enough. You know, I got to give her credit for that. But there's also a point where she's inside this tower at the ending and it's starting to burn. How conventional. And it felt like a video game, like God of War 2 and you're facing the Colossus. That's what it felt like. I'm like, where is this coming from? This is so bizarre. It does border on the ridiculous side. But yeah, just it just felt slow. I don't know. This one's okay, but yeah, it also did seem like this movie was going to end at like the minute at the hour at the 80-minute mark. But I'm like, we still have 30 more banal minutes. So I'm just checking. So I'm just looking, hitting the triangle button right here. See how far away. And I'm like, oh, for Rick Harrison's bald head. Come on. So it's just thinking, right, this for just the ending is like, yeah, some parts were good, but other ones were just so ridiculous. I'm just like, it almost just felt it just felt comical anyway. So I don't know. It's one of the weaker ones, probably. I like the backstory of the demon too. Let's not forget that. But I don't know. I would say first one. If I don't know. If I were to rank them all, first one was freaking phenomenal. I mean, truly the best. And then Annabelle is very forgettable. Probably the worst one of them all. Number 3 was probably, what was that? The Conjuring 2 was as good, was almost just as good as the first Conjuring movie, just slightly less. But hey, you get to hear some great. But hey, you get to hear some great accents. Oh, and I forgot to mention this one takes place in French. Oh, ho, ho. We are French. We are very. We like to smoke cigarettes and watch Alphaville. I had to do it. Anyway, The Nun. Let's see. Annabelle. Origins or creation was really dang good. Coming Home was just a departure from all the stuff that was going on. I enjoyed those. The Nun was a straightforward action movie. This one's probably the second worst, and The Conjuring 3 was like a Scooby-Doo episode, so I don't know. Those are my thoughts. Like I said, I'm just fatigued from watching all these, so I'm like, well, then now I've got Tenebrae and 5 more Vincent Price movies to watch, and I'm like, oh my word. But at my own pace, so yeah. Nun 2's, it's okay.